Hello, Brittany. Do you ever find it baffling that people do look at you and that you've made it, like, famous?
It's bizarre. It's very, because I see myself as Brittany from Kentwood, Louisiana. And it's very overwhelming sometimes that people look at you in that light, It's very flattering, yeah.
Because, it's just like everyone else sees you, Brittany, star, and it's just like, whoa, man.
Yeah, I'm just me,
Is there a lot of pressure for you to keep control of your life and to not make mistakes and, be a role model to people? Do you think about being a role model, or is that something that...
I can't think about it like that. I see myself as just like everybody else. If I say I was a role model, then it's kind of like putting a label on yourself. I just try to be myself and have a good time with what I do, and hopefully people see that and be inspired by me. I do like being labeled as an inspiration. I would love to be an inspiration for people, not a role model.
How is this album different? You seem a lot more grown up with this album. Mm-hmm. How would you actually say it's different from the last two albums? I mean, what is the major difference?
I think it's just more me. It's just more me, and it feels good. I'm singing the kind of songs that I like, and, I think it's more hip-hop and R&B oriented, and it just, it just feels good.
If you read something and think in the press, if someone's being, I don't know, rude about you or whatever, what is it that you say you find things funny, but what actually upsets you?
I think they can talk about, in the press, me personally, whatever, but when they start talking about my performances and my work, that's knock on wood, it's never really happened, but that's when it kind of hurts. And
lots of people go on about your image, and positive, negative, this, that, and the other. What do you think? How do you actually dress yourself? What is your technique of Brittany dressing? What is it that you do to get your style? I have really cool makeup and hair people. I have really good stylists. I've been with them for a while now, and they know me, and I know them, and they'll get me a rack of clothes, and whatever I'm feeling that day, I'll pull it out and I'll wear it. So it's not like this thing that we go through. It's actually kind of simple. Because everyone has a sort of perception, if someone's like really famous, that they're a product and that they don't have any influence on things. What would you say to protect yourself? I think that's so sad that people say that, because we get inspired just like everybody else, and that's the funnest part about what I do, is that I can be inspired to make up new clothes and to have new designs. That's a part of what I do. Now you have multi-platinum albums all around the world. You've got a film coming out. What is it, now you've done the film, what is it that keeps driving you? What is it that makes you want to, because you could just rest on your laurels and go, right, I've got a big bank account, thanks, and live a normal life. What is it that keeps you going? I love what I do. Honestly, I love what I do, and that's what keeps me going. I love getting on stage at night and performing my heart out. I live to, go on a set and, be a character and tell a story to somebody. That's what I love. And so that's what drives me. Now, a lot of pop stars, try and become actors. Why is that? What is it that made you decide to sort of... Well, honestly, I think I was at a point in my career, I'd done 2 albums, and I'd done 2 really big tours, and I wanted a new territory. I wanted something different, and I had to do it for me, and just to see if I could do it, So we'll see. You come across very well on screen. It's one thing that it really comes through on screen, that you've got a very strong film presence. Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Because I can't see myself like that. I don't know how to judge myself because I'm so attached to the movie. So when people come to me and they're like, "Oh, it was kind of cool," I'm like, "Okay, good," because I'm really attached to it. Now you got the part in the film, Lucy. How similar is that to your own character and to the sort of journeys that you've been through in your life? I think the fact that Lucy was trying to pursue her dreams, and her first initiative was to go see her mother, but she knew in her heart that she was gonna go to go to Los Angeles and try to sing. And I think the fact that she got the courage up enough to go and do that, I think I can relate to her on that level. But other than that, there's a lot of differences in us. She is very, very smart. Well, I'm smart too, but she's like the valedictorian, very anal, a control freak. And I think I'm more just kind of laid back, whatever. But on the other hand, there are so many press out there that will, because you're a pop star, it's happened to so many pop stars in the past, Madonna. It's just inevitable. That you're going to get criticism. How are you going to deal with that, with the... Honestly, if the critics like the movie, I'm gonna be a little bit worried. Because everything the critics like, I hate, and everything that they hate, I really love. So if my fans can go to this movie and be touched by it in some way, that's all that matters to me, you know? And I think if you have a heart, you'll be touched by it.
And I have to ask you as well, the love scene, well, it's not really a love scene, but the sort of, the passionate scene with Ben, what was that like for you filming that? You know, because
I must say, it was a little awkward at first because, you know, you have all these cameras around you and you're supposed to be in this intimate love scene. But after a while, he kind of felt like my big brother at that point when we had to shoot that scene. So it was really kind of laid back, you know. But, you know, I just realized that's something that goes along with what I do. And you just, you know, you soak it up and you tough it up and you embrace it.
Not a girl, not yet a woman.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel as well? Or is that something that is...
You know what, the song I think was really kind of for Lucy in the movie, but I can relate to that to a certain extent. I think that, you know, a woman, I've said this before, is someone who has all the wisdom that she needs and has lived her life to the fullest, and I think that I'm trying to get there, you know. I think it'll be a while, but I'm getting there.
Where were the Neptunes on your album? What was that like? What was the experience like?
They are the coolest guys in the whole world. I absolutely love them. Like when you're in the studio, a lot of people and producers, they take what they do really, really seriously. You go on with them and they're just there to have a good time and just to do what they love. And that was how it felt when I was there in the studio with them. They were the nicest guys, and hopefully in the future I'll work with them again. It'd be very cool.
Now, Overprotected, it's in the film. Is that actually how you feel? Do you feel overprotected? Is that...
I think I can more relate to that song probably Britney 3 years ago when I was just leaving my home and you know, my mom was kind of like, oh, my baby's leaving me now, you know. And I think all teenagers, when they're about to go off to college, they kind of get a sense of that feeling of being overprotected because, you know, it was just a matter of my mom respecting the fact that I'm becoming a woman and my dad just trusting me.
What do you think is the biggest misconception that people have about you? As far as, you know, if you see yourself in the press and you see reports of yourself and you go, it doesn't sound like he's writing about me. I mean, what do you think people think about you?
I think it's funny that people see me as a huge star like this. You know, they don't think of you as being normal like them. And I think the fantasy is very sweet. But, you know, it's funny to me. I'm very amused by it, you know, because I don't see myself that way at all.
Is that how you keep your feet on the ground? By just detaching yourself and going,
I guess I have to. Yeah, I guess so.
See what we can do. Hopefully I'll get it this time.
See more great stuff with me and the world's best footballers on Pepsi Packs and Pepsi websites.
How do you get control over your own life? And, you know, because you are a part of this huge...
Well, that's why I am where I am today, is because I do have control, you know, and you just control what you do, you know, you have to, otherwise you get sucked in by people that are not necessary. So you have to just continue to stay in control.
What is the worst thing that you get asked about the whole time? I mean, what do you think is the thing that you just go, oh, please, just not again? I mean, do you have any things that you really hate being asked?
Probably a lot of stuff about my personal life, maybe. Yeah, probably stuff like that. Yeah, I like to talk about my work and stuff that I do, but when they start getting too personal, I'm like, okay, watch out, you know, that's for me, not you, you know.
Do you have any regrets about anything in the past that, you know, that you've done, or has it all been like a big...
No, I think that if I've done something that has been a mistake, I've learned from it and it's made me a stronger person, so I don't have any regrets, no.
You said in the press conference that you're thinking about releasing Boys next.
No, that's probably going to be the 4th single, not the 3rd, so, but it'll definitely be a single.
And is there anything else that can make you any happier, you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Absolutely nothing. Well, thank you very much, Britney.
Thank you.
It's been lovely.